So hello everyone, it's your girl Beauty87 here, aka Grace, and today we are going to try out the Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. It retails for $42 and it has 1.02 ounces in it. So it says, lift your skin with light adjusting radiance. Shisedo Skin light adjusting technology instantly adapts and responds to every light source to smooth and diffuse fine lines and create a luminous lifted effect on the skin. All day wear, weightless comfort, radiance finish, medium to full buildable coverage. And it has 30% sunscreen, just like the last one. Okay, so the only thing I'm confused about with this is this and the original one. You see they have the same type packaging. This one is more glossy because it's radiant. And this one is just like smooth. But this one has more product than this one. And I'm like, okay. I'm trying to figure out why. I just want to know why do you get more in this one than you do in this one. If they're the same price, like I don't understand. But anyway, I got a couple things I want to try out. Well, I got one new thing I want to try out. So I got the sample of the Drunk Elephant spray. The Sake spray is supposed to be a refresher after you put on your daytime routine. I actually have on their poly, what is it, peptide primer, whatever, excuse me. So I figured we'll go ahead and spray this to, let's see how it sprays first off. Okay. Hydrate the skin, and it doesn't say how many you use, so I usually use about 2 to 3, and y'all saw I just ended up using 4 because I wanted to show you how it sprayed before I actually sprayed it on my face. But we'll see how I'm gonna give it a couple minutes to feel how the hydration is. So how is everyone's Saturday? Because child, it's like 9 in the morning. I'm over here like, what? I was watching the Fancy Face declutter some concealers because I had already watched the foundation part last night. She was out here, that's just some cranberry juice. She was up out here slaying all these looks with the Waiting Room palette from, what do you call it, Milk Cosmetics. And I was just over here like, okay, Tina, I see you. So, I mean, it feels somewhat hydrating. It's supposed to be an essence, so that's why I was interested in too, because it's a spray essence as opposed to just a regular face spray, because I thought it was going to be a face spray. But it's a Sake spray, so, wait, no. Yeah, it's a Sake spray, whatever that's supposed to mean. I thought it was going to be more like an essence type thing, but I'm assuming it's just supposed to be like a refresher spray like the with Mario Badescu, even though I've heard horrible things about that spray. We're going to try this e.l.f. Oil Controlling Prime Pore Minimizing Serum. So, since it has oil control in it, and this is a radiant foundation, I think I should start off with something like this. And then we'll go into the foundation, obviously. So I started watching this dude called Robert Welsh or whatever. I started watching him because of the Fancy Face, because she was talking about how she watched him. And then I found out he was a makeup artist, and I was like, oh, cool. And then he has a twin brother, so I thought that was really cool. I used to want a twin when I was a kid. I'm kind of glad I didn't get one, because like, what if she liked all the stuff that I liked, and then she thought she was going to borrow all my stuff, and then we have a problem, because, yeah, no. No. Since this is only my second time using this, I forgot I need to put some on my forehead because it sprays quite nicely. It's kind of thick though, so I hope I didn't like put too much on, because I, you know, put out 3 squirts. That's why I put like the smallest squirt on my forehead, just so we can over prime the skin, and then it ended up making the foundation even more like radiant because of it. But according to the properties that it says it has, it's supposed to smooth and diffuse everything going on with your face anyway. And since it's supposed to help with pores and oil control, I'm mainly trying to make sure I press it into the area where my pores are, like you see here. And get all that handled. I charged my battery last night because there's supposed to be a snowstorm here in Chicago today, starting at 3 o'clock, so that's why I'm up so early at 9 a.m. to make sure I get this done for y'all, because when I get home tonight, y'all might not get the best, you know, end of review foundation video. I don't know what's up with the new stoppers on these, but it's like, it's difficult to use, and if you don't hold it like at a certain angle, like all the product won't come out. Yeah, like y'all see I had to hold it at a weird angle and then press the thumb down in order for it to fully go down. And with the old one, I feel like I didn't have to do that. So, like, I don't like that. Why did I just close it when I know I'm most likely going to have to put another shade? Crap, y'all. I forgot to bring a concealer in here to conceal my face with. Hold, please, while I grab one. Okay, y'all, so I forgot I stopped recording when I was putting on the concealer, so oh well, we're just gonna go ahead and put the foundation on. I figure you don't care, since you're here for the foundation anyway, but I just thought I was, and I wasn't, so. Let's do the first layer. I figure I'll start off with a brush, since it's a radiant foundation, then we'll go put the second layer on, then maybe we can try with a sponge. I'm only going to the gas station as usual, so it ain't gonna be like nothing exciting going on, especially since, you know, like I said, there's supposed to be like a 6 to 9 inch snowstorm here in Chicago. I'm trying to go get my gas, my car, to make sure Adriangameover and I get home safely, because since he's with me, I have to, you know, be concerned. If he wasn't with me, I would just stay out here and, you know, oh well, I got snowed in, I got snowed in. At least I'd be like, you know, snowed in by myself and I have to worry about Adrian. But since Adrian is with me, I'm going to go home. Otherwise, I would stay here. I'm going to leave like water running in the sink and stuff though. So just so it won't freeze, if you will. And mess up the pipes, so I have to leave a little bit of water running in the tub. A little bit of water running in each of the sinks in the house. And then a little bit of water running, well, and then like both the toilets running, because I don't want them to like clog up or back up or whatever. So I have to go turn the toilet on downstairs, which is gonna suck because it's like, since her toilets run quite a bit of water because of plumbing issues in them, that's gonna be a whole another thing. We're gonna take a next pump now and put that on. Yeah, like what is that, this pump? So that's our second layer. I always prefer a pump over like a squeezy tube, because it's like then you don't remember how much you squeezed out to get that perfect application you had the first time. And that's what irritates me about it. I'm only focusing the extra product like here on my cheeks because, you know, that's why I most likely need the majority of it. I don't really truly need too much anywhere else. But since we pumped out the whole pump, I'm just put some on the lower half of my face, because, you know, when lady time comes, you get acne on the lower half of your face down here, and then I always have acne on my cheeks. So, but yeah, so that's my concerns right now. Like making sure Adriangameover, I go get gas at a certain time, give him lunch before we leave, and get like all the videos I need to have done. So I'm going to do Single Shadow Sunday after this one. I need to post my Instagram picture of the day. It should be Nomad Cosmetics, what is it, eyeshadow palette. I think that's what comes out on the 30th. And then this one will come out tomorrow on the 31st. So yeah, it makes the skin look nice and radiant and healthy. I'm gonna put some concealer on camera with you all, and then set underneath the eye, and then that'll pretty much be the end of, you know, this. But y'all know I like to let you see how I layer the product on and all that. So take this concealer. So back to the Robert Welch thing. So I found out he was a makeup artist, and then he does, like, I don't know if you all watch Robert Welch, but like he does these things where he's a pro makeup artist, so he watches how other YouTubers do their makeup and like gives you commentary on, I guess, the makeup techniques that a typical like makeup artist would use, as opposed to the way like people sometimes like me on Instagram and YouTube just do their makeup. So I found that quite interesting, because he did like an evolution of the way Nikki Tutorials does her makeup, and then he did like an evolution video of the way Jacqueline Hill does her makeup. And the fun thing is, like, both of them weren't like that drastic of changes. It was just more, to me it just seemed like it was more of like the camera quality that changed, not necessarily like the way they did their makeup. But I don't know, maybe it was just me. But the one I was most intrigued by was a Nikki Tutorial one, because even like back when she was younger and doing makeup, it seemed like she had the same kind of technique and was really good with the detailing and all the type of stuff she does now. So I was like, That was interesting to me. Okay, here's my concealer brush. I love this brush because it has that cut edge to it. So it's like you can go up here, and if I had eyeshadow on and I had messed up like the way it was shaped and I wanted to fix it, like it had that nice edge on this cut and make sure that everything looked nice. But since I have not done that today, because I literally want to get this first part of the video out of the way, I made sure I did this instead of Single Shadow Sunday. Although I have done that before, like the last foundation review I did, y'all saw me what do you call it, with one eye on, but that's because I was trying to get that IG video done too, and I was trying to multitask because it was Sunday, whereas it's Saturday today, so it's like I'm not as concerned. I mean, I'm still concerned, obviously, for the reasons I just told you, but it's like I'm not as concerned as I would have been. Okay, so that looks really nice underneath the eye. I'm going to do a little bit more like I normally do just because I didn't do the cheek area. So we're going to put some more on. But I always start off with brush blending it out as opposed to, you know, sponge. And he's talking about how people use too much concealer too. And, you know, to me that's kind of like a personal preference thing. You know how your under eye is. But I understand him too about how if you use too much product, it's going to look cakey and all that. Because sometimes I do feel like my under eye looks cakey, but other times I just be like, to me it looks fine. So I guess it depends on how much coverage is initially in the concealer when you start off. I should have used the cream contour today, but I left it in the bathroom. Who's going to go get it? So we're just going to blend out this concealer underneath the eye and keep it moving. And try to do that same eye cut. Y'all, I'm so excited. KK Colorful Camille just uploaded a haul video, and I love when she does like her makeup hauls or whatever, because I know they're gonna be like long videos, and I like long makeup haul videos and stuff. So it's like, since it's like an hour long, I'm over here like, yes, like I'm gonna go home and watch that one, and I'll finish watching the Fancy Faces foundation and concealer declutter here while I'm doing my eye look for Instagram and all that. I want to do 3 looks 1 palette with the Muse Beauty, what do you call it? That, what is it, the Bold palette. So I'm probably going to go ahead and do that too. I'm going to take this Prime Beauty powder again. Just because I love this stuff. That's what we put underneath the eye. And then I have the Synchro Skin powder foundation. I'm going to put that on my face, but I don't do that off camera. I just want y'all to see how, you know, to a certain degree, like the foundation sets down with powder and things like that. So, and I want you to see how things apply over it. That's why I always do what I do. I know I say this all the time, but it's like I don't know who watches what video, and sometimes people come and just find you for certain reviews that they can't find on the people that you normally watch with their skin tone. So that's why I'm reiterating why we're doing all this. But OG, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know why I live. So, okay, I need to put some on my forehead. And I'm going to go off camera and do the rest of my face. And I'll check in with y'all like sometime later in the day before I leave here. So you'll get a better idea of lighting. I mean, y'all get better lighting because y'all know at the end of the night it's going to be like in the kitchen. It's not going to be great lighting and all that other stuff. So I'm trying to get all the best lighting now for you all, because I don't feel like sitting on my ring light when I go home in my kitchen just to, you know, like make a 5-minute video at my kitchen table. So that's why I don't do it a lot of time, but I'll check in with y'all later. So hello everyone, it's your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're going to get into part 2 of the Shisedo Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. I wear the shade 510 Suede, but we're doing the battle today, so we're going to use the original Synchro Skin Self Refreshing, and I wear 510 Suede in both of them, and then we're going to use the Radiant one on the other side, obviously. So this came with a blurring smoothing primer, so I'm gonna just go in and use one of the blurring smoothing primers I already own, because that was extra money I didn't need to spend, especially since I still had to buy the Pat McGrath collection, then the Tasha Denona collection, and I still gotta buy the Auric collection Monday from Samantha Revnon. So I was like, anybody got time for all of whatever this is? So we not, yeah, no, just no. So I got my little palette here now because I actually need to compare it to this Bloom palette, but we'll get to that a little bit later. I did this purple eye look on Instagram for you all a while ago, and I figured I would just go ahead and do that look and see if the Bloom palette can stand up to it. But we're going to take this Hard Candy Smoothing Balm and try that again. I compared this for you all in the Catrice video, which I was shocked didn't do that well, because it's like usually when I review Catrice and check in on the brand, like people are interested to see what's going on. But like when y'all asked me about my foundation in another like video I filmed the same day, and I'm like, girl, the foundation video that I just put up like the day before that none of y'all want to watch. Which was weird to me, because normally when I put up complexion videos, people usually like watch them, but I don't know if it's because it's Catrice. That's what the issue was. But y'all know Catrice got some banging products. I'm always telling you to use a what do you call that stuff? Their loose setting powder. So don't be sleeping on them. They actually got decent concealer too. I need to order it. It's on sale for like $2.99 right now, so I need to go ahead and hook that up. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the classic Synchro Skin. I'm only gonna do one pump though, because we're doing one side of the face, and this shouldn't take as long as my videos normally take, just because, you know, if y'all remember, I don't do the full face with you on camera like normally I would do the full face. I did that in day one so y'all can see how the products lay on the face and all that type of stuff, but I don't normally do that. This should be enough, I'm hoping, because, you know, it's it's one pump for half of the face. I figure that should suffice, hopefully. And as you can see, I did not put concealer on like I normally do, just because I was like, my dark spots are starting to clear up a little bit better, and I figured I could just pull it off with concealer now, as opposed to actually having to, you know, conceal all the spots. Like some days I feel like I need to, but I feel like since I've been using this new Good Molecules product that you all saw in the video, the discoloration serum, I feel like it's actually been helping with those dark spots on my face, so I don't feel the need to use a concealer to color correct this, which I'm happy about, because I've been trying to clear up that whole situation for a minute. And as you can see, this is what Synchro Skin is looking like. I feel like it looks pretty nice. You know, I'm not going, like I said, I'm not going to bore you too much with it. This was $42, I believe, if I remember correctly. Okay, here's it again. And it's 1 fluid ounce, just like the last one was. Sorry, this is 1.2 fluid ounces. So the new one has more than the old one, because this has 1 fluid ounce and this has 1.2 fluid ounces. But both of them have the same amount of sunscreen in them. Because I don't remember if I remember to say that on the first day or not. So I probably should have used the brush with this one. Okay, you know when they first pump it, it's hard to come out. So okay, there we go. We got a nice little pump there. Do I have another brush over here? Cause I probably, yeah, I got another brush, thank goodness. So we're gonna use a flat top-ish brush on this side and go on with it. I've got a feeling I'm gonna have to use more for this side, just because it is radiant. I'm feeling like I'm not gonna get the same color I would get in, you know, a normal foundation. So I'm going to turn it on this side, and we're gonna use that side instead of using the bottom of it like I normally would do. So let's get this brush. And Adriangameover is with me this go round, because I heard there's supposed to be a really bad snowstorm. So I asked his dad, I'm like, well, you gonna try to come get him? Because I heard there's supposed to be a bad snowstorm here in Chicago, and he said no. So we're with mommy for the weekend. But since I didn't think he was gonna be with me, I didn't get a hotspot. I need to just go ahead and get the hotspot from AT&T, since that's who my carrier is. Oh, this is actually looking quite nice. This is, I feel like this is another Your Skin But Better looking foundation, because that's what it's giving me. Like, I feel like this is giving me like the soft matte situation, and this is giving me like the radiant Your Skin But Better, like the Rare Beauty one and the Catrice one I just did last week. So I'm vibing with it. I'm feeling it. Now, I do feel like I need to put a little bit more on this side than I did on the other side. But again, I told you I already felt like I was going to have to do that because of the formula of this foundation. The fact that it's radiant, it's going to show a little bit more stuff. But I feel like this one's going to be good for the wintertime. Whereas I feel like I can just use my Synchro Skin self-refreshing in the summertime. Why is this pump so difficult to... It's like if I don't hold it at a certain angle, it won't pump out the foundation. I don't... See what I'm saying now? Like I'm holding it this way and then I'm going to pump it out. Okay. I don't know what that's about. but the other one doesn't do that, so that is something to note. Like, I feel like I have to hold this new one at a certain angle, so I don't know if that has something to do with the formula. But yeah, I definitely need some on my cheek. Let's see if it'll cover up any of these moles I have. Because if you haven't noticed, I have a couple moles on my face. Like, there's a one I just tried to cover up down here, and then there's like the one on the side of my face over there. So, ooh, I almost grabbed the wrong foundation brush. That would have been a hot mess. Sister girls, and I was trying to film this whole part over and take off the makeup off because I used the wrong foundation brush. Thank you God, because man, y'all, my work week actually went by really quick. I was like, work's over? What? Like, the longest day was, of course, today, like Thursday into Friday morning. That's because it's like I knew I didn't have to come back anymore. So I was just like, oh my God, is it over yet? Oh my God, is it over yet? Oh my God, is it over yet? So, that part took a lot. So I will come back on camera with you all, and you know, we will see how all the products look on top. But this is what we looking like right now. As you can see, this side is more matte, and this one just looks more skin like. Like, this looks like the oil has broke through on my skin on my foundation in a longer part of the day, whereas this looks like I just put on a matte or soft matte foundation. So yeah, but I'll catch up with y'all a little bit later after I've done all this and done like 2 or 3 different eye looks. So I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so I have returned. I went out to pick up food with Adriangameover and Mrs. GQ, and we put this on around like 4 something, and it is now like 8 o'clock, so I've had it on for about 4 hours. Remember, this is the original side. This is the refreshing side. So far so good. I feel like I can see my pores more on this side because it doesn't have that self-refreshing aspect that the original one does. But overall, I still like the way it looks, and since it's wintertime, it's not as big a deal that I can see that, as opposed to in the summertime, which I feel like this would be a whole greasy hot mess as a general rule, and I need to use Hydro Grip or something different. But so far so good. If anyone's interested in what's going on with the eyes, this is the Midas Cosmetics Artistry Palette Volume 2. I saw Karen Harris with this and I just had to grab it, so I made a little Instagram tutorial of this eye look for you all with this palette. It will be going up hopefully sometime next week. I don't know. I know this video I'm going to try to get up for you all Sunday, but I gotta do the wear test. I think I got another wear test to do for this before I can like edit the stuff together and get it all done, so we'll see. But yeah, if you're gonna buy this, you can either use Neon MUA's code, which is obviously Neon MUA, or of course, you know me, I'm always pushing Karen's code, so you can use KH Makeup and get, I believe it's 10, it might be 15%, don't quote me on how much percentage it is. All I know is you get a discount, and everybody likes to save their coin. And not that this is expensive, because it's a $16 palette. Matter of fact, let me show you. And this brand is actually here in Illinois with me, which I think is really cool. Them and Luxie Beauty are here in Illinois where I live. So this is what the palette looks like. Y'all know this is my type of dream right here. The next time I do a look, I want to do this color and then just simple one of these. So I'll probably do that on an Instagram post of the day or something like that. I don't know. But I will check in with you all a little bit later on tonight to wrap up all this. I'm thinking 11 or 12 o'clock. Hopefully, since we started at 4, I like to get the 7 to 8 hour wear-ins. But 11 will be it. At 7 hours, I feel like that should suffice, especially since we already did a wear test the day before on this foundation on its own. We already know how this one wears because I did a primer battle of with this foundation on to make sure that I got a wear.